Just gotta wait for it to be finished. All right, it says we're live. Hey everybody, hey everybody, it's JJ Conway. Oh, we forgot to put the recording signs. Hey, put the record sign up.
And your phone.
Put the record sign up. Oh, and my phone.
Recording with the phone.
Yeah, my phone. Hey, we're at the trade show, y'all. Give us a second. We're still getting it together. Thank you for remembering. Although I don't know how well the phone recording is going to come out with all the noise, but hopefully part one came out just fine. So I'm hopeful that you can see us just fine. I'm so excited to come back for part two. All right. Let me put a thing here. Let me let you know what we're doing. We are live at the TMEA annual conference. That's the Texas Music Educators Association conference. We are down in San Antonio, Texas, and I am just thrilled to be here, meeting so many high caliber people, looking at how to collaborate to help improve school districts, educators, women, men, you name it, everybody can learn how to manage money better and how to make their money work for them instead of them just working for money all the time. That's why I'm so excited to be here with you today. If you didn't catch our broadcast this morning, I want you to go ahead and catch that broadcast some other time. Make sure you listen to that because we're really talking about the reasonings that many of us don't have what we want out of life. And so one of the things that we ended the last session about is we talked about how we are programmed to fail. We don't come out the womb programmed to hate. We come out the womb programmed to love and be loved and be taken care of. But along the way, we get programmed to hate, and along the way, we get programmed to fail. And how does that programming look? It doesn't look like being programmed to fail. It looks like being programmed for safety. Because what do we tell each other? What do we tell our kids? Don't talk to strangers, right? Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. See, we're born perfect, and then we're programmed to fail. And then you turn around and you have your business, or you have your music career, or you have your as a teacher, or whatever it is that you have that you're doing, that you set about to do in life. You want to move forward, but you got all those old voices in the back telling you things like don't talk to strangers. Don't rock the boat. Better play it safe. Better safe than sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired of hearing better safe than sorry. So my lane, I'm your financial planner. I'm your financial coach. I'm a mindset gal. Hey, take a flyer. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm a mindset gal. I'm this, I'm that, right? I do. But we don't call this mindset, right? Like, people don't pay me for mindset. Like when I was trying to sell, hey, come hang out with me for a little bit. We gonna work on mindset. I wasn't getting paid, y'all. People weren't buying into, they weren't investing into themselves, even though really at the core of most of what we buy, most of what we put into our lives is trying to make ourselves feel better about ourselves. And so it really ends up being a need for mindset. So what do we say? I do podcasts. I do courses. I help people manage their wealth. I help people grow their wealth. I'm business. I'm a business gal. I'm an entrepreneur gal, real estate, investment. And so you stop and think about it. Well, what qualifies me to sit here and talk to you about business? You know, is it my PhD from Harvard Business School, right? Is it my MBA for Yale? Well, it's none of those things. None of those things. I've never been accepted into any of those programs. All right. I mean, is it my big corporate highfalutin job, my CEO position that I held at Johnson & Johnson for a while? I'm gonna tell you something. The most I ever made in any traditional kind of job was $2 an hour babysitting. I couldn't even get hired on at fast food, y'all. And then I went into the military, and that's pretty much my work experience. I wonder if people are glad they're here now, right? Like I already told them earlier that the program doesn't work. The program doesn't work. And now I'm teaching business, telling you, I ain't had a real job. But I have built and sold several companies, and there's a lot that I learned about life, leadership, and finances being in the military. And I'm not just saying that to impress you, but to impress upon you that when you come into this program, how you come into this program matters. How you show up matters, right? How you show up here matters. How you play the next 90 days matters. And I'm going to tell you how to play these next 90 days and see, you know what? I love when people say, oh, I'm open-minded. And what they mean is that they can hear, right? When most people say I'm open-minded, what that really means is that, they're going to shut their mouth. They're going to pretend they're listening. They're going to actually let you finish what you're saying and hear you speak. But really, all the while, they're still thinking about what they're going to say. And then they're like, well, see, I'm open-minded. Look, I heard you out. I'm open-minded. No, 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 no. That is not open-minded. Open-mindedness is engaging with the other human. And I know my son might say, Mom needs to do a better job of that, right? But it's engaging with the other human. So you hear with your ears, but you listen. Get this, you listen with your emotions.
May I have your attention, please?
You're going to get it whether we want to give it or not.
That means it's going to be taco time at 5.
Whoop. Taco time.
Taco time in 15 minutes.
Taco time in 15 minutes, y'all.
We'll be closing, get one, in 15 minutes.
Taco time. I don't know where the tacos are, but we're going to be done in 15 minutes with part 2. All right, let me go back and say that again. So open-mindedness is engaging with the other human. See, we hear with our ears, but we listen with our emotions. It's where you become emotionally involved in what someone else is sharing. You've entertained the idea. You take the idea that they've shared with you, and then you take that idea and you challenge your idea. You challenge the conviction of what you believe with this new idea. And then what you do is you evaluate what's the most effective thought, which idea is based in truth, and then you engage, internalize, and apply the idea to your life. And then you look at the change, you look at the circumstances, you look at the environment, the conditions, and you allow feedback from considering that change to then create another thought. Now that's open-minded. It doesn't mean that every time you come to me with an idea, I'm going to latch on to your idea, but it does mean that I'm going to consider it. I'm going to entertain it. I'm going to play with it. I'm going to apply it to my life. And if I do reject your idea, I'm rejecting your idea not from an egocentric point of view. I'm rejecting the idea of, okay, this really doesn't apply to my life. It's not helping me move forward in my life. But many people don't even get there because as soon as somebody else has another idea, nope, nope, nope. I know this. I put my pants on just like they do, and we close the door. Have you ever seen people say they're open-minded and like they're not open-minded at all? Please tell me I am not the only one that's ever seen this happen. Like they got ears that hear, but they are not open-minded. They're not open-minded. They're attached. And what I found is most people are attached to things that they do not want and things that do not work. Now that's the truth. Most people are attached to better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I mean, what does that even mean? Like, who thought that up? Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I mean, what is that? You surround yourself with a devil advocate, run around and live our life by opinion poll. Like, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? Don't you realize that chances are the person you're asking doesn't even think? Most people don't think. Most people now have mental activity. In other words, they are regurgitating thoughts that they heard from somebody else or thoughts that they had yesterday. You know, the average person, 80% of their thoughts today are the thoughts they had yesterday. It's nothing new, nothing original, nothing beyond their conditions and circumstances. They've never challenged anything. And for most people, if you ask them why they believe that, they can't tell you why. And I'm just going to tell you right now that that's what's going to happen for many of you. You're gonna go into this new journey you're on. You're on this new journey to be the best you that you can be. And as soon as you walk along that journey, those who are in your life that you share this journey with them, that won't work. Your own self-talk might even be like, that won't work. But these people in your life, they've never experienced, they know nothing about this kind of journey. They heard one time somewhere, oh, I think I saw something sometime, one time on TV, somebody said. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. Most people are like paragraph experts, right? They read a paragraph and now they're an expert. So I'm just going to suggest to you how you play these next 90 days really matters. How you show up really matters. Because most people will say, well, I'm coachable, I'm open-minded. And no, you're not. Woo, y'all, I used to think I was open-minded. I was open-minded as long as everything you were telling me agreed with me. I used to have beliefs around money, right? I used to think the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And then I got to be an adult and I discovered the impact of racism, and I thought the system was rigged and I was poor and black. So on the equation of the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, well, I was on the wrong side of that one, right? And I spent too much of my life believing that I was never going to amount to anything. But money doesn't grow on trees. Or the early bird gets the worm. And I'm not. I mean, I'm not. I understand that you can have a reason for being attached to scarcity, poverty, and if no matter what it was, I bet you I had the linguistic metaphor memorized because I wanted more. But all of my programming was programming me for safety, poverty, and scarcity. People come up to you, people try to help you, right? You can do better. I know. Well, why don't you do it? I don't know. But I know. You got so much potential. I know. Well, why aren't you doing it? I don't know. But you can choose. If you would just apply yourself. Yeah, I know. Well, then why don't you? I don't know. You want more? Do you want more? Don't you tell me. Don't you come on my channel. Don't you come to my classes. Don't you listen to my podcast because you want more in your life. So why don't you? I don't know. I'll tell you what I know. I was attached to what I did not want. I would fight for it. And if you're taking notes, I want you to write this down. What you fight for, you get. What you fight for, you get. And you know what? Most people argue against what they want. They fight against what they want in favor of the familiarity of what they don't want. And so instantly, when I make a recommendation that they try this in their business or they try that with their money, it's like, oh, no. I can't do that. You don't understand. I come from a small city. Or you don't understand. I don't have the time. Or you don't understand, JJ, that won't work here. Or you don't understand the people I work with. And JJ, I understand. Trust me, I understand. What I understand is you don't understand. And you think you understand. And that's a dangerous game. How you show up here matters. How you show up in these next 90 days really matters. It really matters. Because here's what I want you to do. Okay? I want you to write down the date 2 years from now. And I'm going to tell you right now, at that date, any single one of you who is under the sound of my voice right now, in 2 years' time from this moment right here, in exactly 2 years' time, you could be earning $20,000 a month as a speaker, a trainer, a coach, a consultant, an entrepreneur. Now, I didn't say 20,000 a year. I said a month. 20,000 as a speaker, trainer, coach, facilitator, entrepreneur, educator. And maybe you have a non-monetary goal. It's the same principle, okay? I use monetary goals because that's easier to measure than a health goal or a better relationship or the ministry, because you cannot measure a ministry by how many people come to your church, right? I can have 100 people in my church, but if only 10 of them got the Holy Ghost, that's no better than a church of 10 folk and 9 of them got the Holy Ghost, right? But it's the same principle. any single one of you that can hear my voice right now, and even as I say that, there's some of you, oh no, I can't do that. And you know what? You're right. What you fight for, you get. You know what they say? She doesn't know. That's a no. No, 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 no. Some people are like, wait a second, I thought this was about this, and this is a motivational thing. Oh, she doesn't know. She doesn't know how bad I am. She doesn't know how messed up I am. Oh, if she knew my past, she wouldn't be saying that. No, 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 no. Because I'm under the assumption that you're going to drop that. See, I'm under the assumption that you're not going to take the old view with you, right? I mean, why would you take the old view with you on this journey? What does Albert Einstein say? You cannot solve today's problems with the same level of thinking that created them. I mean, do you often look through the rearview mirror as you're driving down the highway forward? I don't think so. The biblical principle is we let the dead bury their dead, right? We forget the past and we reach forward. And I'm talking about right now. You making a decision about how you're going to do this? Well, wait.
The taco has come.
The taco has come.
It's about taco time. 5 more minutes before the exhibit upload. Just repeat. 5 more minutes in that happy time, that happy place.
Are they giving us the tacos, or do we have to pay for the tacos?
It's taco time.
Probably have to pay for the tacos. All right. Well, the best things in life are free, but most free goodness gets left beside the wayside because people don't value it unless they pay for it. All right. So the principle is we let the bit that we taco on the brain. The principle is we let the dead bury their dead here. Okay, we forget the past and we reach forward. And I'm talking about right now, right? Like I'm talking about you make a decision about how you're going to do this and how you're going to do this business, how you're going to do this goal that you have. These next 90 days really matter. See, what's interesting is I've done very well in my business. Okay, you can search me, you can Google me. I've done pretty well. I did pretty well in the military. I did pretty well in my business. Okay, and again, I'm not saying that to impress anybody. I'm saying that to give you hope. Okay, I'm saying that to give you hope that if you couldn't, if I 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago after that accident, I couldn't even make Monopoly change after that car accident. I couldn't say the right words and I didn't know where I was. I would lose track of time and space. That accident that ended my military career, if I can turn things around, and if I can turn things around, and if I can make a life for myself and for my family and through this business and reach people all over the world, then I can show you that there is a process, that there is a process. And it doesn't matter where you're starting from. It matters where you're going, and are you willing to walk the journey? There are tools and resources and a process and people to help you. But most of you are going to struggle. Just gonna tell you, most of you, you're gonna struggle. And here's the sad thing. It's like you got a buoyancy vest on. You're in the ocean. You got a buoyancy vest with an air tank and everything, a regulator in your hand. The air tank is full, but you still drown. Fully resourced and equipped, but you don't. You just won't. You won't breathe. You just won't put it on. You just won't. You just won't trust. You won't trust God long enough. You won't trust the process long enough to put the regulator in your mouth and just breathe deep. And some of you are going to be stubborn and just going to want to do it your way. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to figure out how to do this my way. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to do this your way. I don't know how to do this your way. I only know how to do it my way. Look, I don't know how to do it your way. I don't know how you're going to have the goals I promise you, the $20,000 a month, if that's what you want in your business. I don't know how you're going to do that. And how you're going to uncover those deep-seated beliefs you've been struggling with for ages if you do it your way. Because I don't know what you're going to be doing. I don't know if what you're doing is going to solve those issues. But if you do what I'm telling you to do, the number of times I tell you to do it, the way I tell you to do it, it won't be my fault if you're not. Because it's just that simple. The only thing I can't do for you is stay in the game. And statistically, a lot of you are going to quit. You're going to quit. You're going to quit. You're going to quit just because you don't understand the law of gender, just because you don't understand the law of growth, just because you're going to look with your physical senses of sight. You're going to look at your bank account. You're going to look at your results, and you're going to say, it's not working. You don't understand. And you're going to quit.
I told Kyle I ran into him. Ran into you.
And your wife or your husband or your kids or your friend or your neighbor, your mother, your sister, I don't know who, they're going to say things like, you should just quit. You tried. Well, I'm telling you today, if you want to have, do, and be more out of life, you need to make a commitment to yourself and your future and your dream for these next 90 days. And if you're going to make that commitment with me, then I want you to go right now to the link that's on the page. And if you're listening to me on the podcast, or if you're listening to me as part of the course, that is jjclink.com/TMEA. It's time to take charge of your life, and it's time to take charge of the next 90 days so that you can get everything you want out of life, so that you can do, have, and be everything that you have been called to be. I'm JJ Conway. That's all I've got for y'all today. Y'all take care and be blessed.